Well, here we are again to our Links family and friends. I believe this is our fifth episode in a series on suffering. And as we concluded last week, Drew had yet another great idea and just really a theme he wanted to focus on regarding suffering. So today I have as my guest Drew Hamilton and the deeply loved and wonderfully appreciated Randy Wolf. Gentlemen, good to see you.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thanks, Dennis. Good to be with you.
So, Drew, again, let me just tee you up. You had something really insightful, and so tell us what's on your heart and how that involves Randy Wolf, our dear friend and colleague.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dennis. Well, as you were wrapping up last week's session, you started talking about the ministry of presence and how, as a pastor, your sermons may not be what people remember. It's going to be your presence at the hospital in times of suffering. And I wanted a story came to mind that I'm about to share, but I didn't want to disrupt the flow of the video. And so wrote to you after and posed this idea, and you graciously accepted. And so I'm just going to tell a story that I think actually brings my time with you full circle, in that week one, I talked about Susan and her illness and how we are being sustained through that suffering. And then last week, I mentioned Randy by name, as he is famous for saying everybody has a story. And then, like I said, you wrapped up by talking about the ministry of presence. And so I just want to tell a story from February 17th, 2020. It was President's Day, and Susan had gotten an MRI, and the surgeon said, "Hey, you've got a mass in there, and we need to get in there and take it out. Hopefully, it's just endometriosis, and that'll be it." And I guess I mentioned it to Randy, and Randy offered to be at the hospital with me for her surgery. And a little known secret, Randy is a bully who likes to get his own way. And so I was not going to get in the way of that request. That's a joke. He is one of the most gentle and loving humans. And so I gladly accepted his offer. And so Randy was in the hospital with me when I got a call from the surgeon calling from the operating room, and he let me know that Susan had cancer. And I hung up the phone, and I don't remember exactly what was said at that point, but I believe I just told Randy she has cancer. And I don't remember what Randy said, but it may have been as short as, "Oh no." And as all who know Randy, he is a master storyteller, and I'm sure he told me several prior to that phone call, but I don't remember them. But what I do remember is that Randy was there with me. And I just wanted to encourage our audience that what Dennis was saying is true, is presence matters, not necessarily the right words. Randy's presence meant the world to me. That was 3 years ago, and it clearly still affects me, and I'm sure it will 30 years from now if I'm granted that many years. And so, Randy, thank you. I want to affirm you, and I'm grateful for your offer and for being there with me. And so, what I thought would be interesting is that you've heard it from me. I was on the receiving end of that presence. I've never asked Randy this: is what are your thoughts? What's your perspective? What are your memories from that day?
Um, I just know that I saw the pain in your face and in your body. I knew that it was not good, and I learned from a friend of mine named Gary Christopher. I think a lot of people know my friend Gary, who's been involved with Links for many years, and he's lost two sons and a grandson. And he told me an incredible lesson that I tried to learn well. He said, when you're dealing with somebody who's going through emotions like that, don't say anything. Don't give any wisdom. Don't tell a story. Just cry with them, hug them, and love them. And that's the best news that Gary got when he was going through this, is people would just come by and sit with him, and they don't remember what was said. Maybe nothing was said, but we know who we were reaching out to. So I just the ministry of presence is so much more important than the words we can glibly try to manipulate and try to say to somebody to overcome something like that.
Amen.
Yeah. It's moments like this. I wish we could extend these videos for, we do these little short clips, and there's no way for a short clip to do justice to the story Drew just told and Randy reiterated and kind of expounded on. So, Randy, Drew, one, thank you for telling this story. Thank you for your raw emotions and just transparency. Randy, thank you for being such a good friend to Drew and so many others, including myself. And for our viewing audience, I want you to know that God willing, over the next couple of Fridays, going to be interviewing Randy. Randy's been in a 7-8 month battle himself with some serious health issues, and he's going to be talking to us about what he's learned through all that. I'm sure it's more than we'll be able to capture. So, Randy, I look forward to being with you the next couple of Fridays. I love you men very much. And thank you for the time taken to share your stories with our Links family.
Love you, Dennis. Love you, Drew.
Love you guys. Thanks, Dennis.
See you to our Links family. We'll see you next Friday.